Israel and Syria aren't in open war, but a dangerous shadow conflict rages just out of sight. The skies over Syria are a battleground. Explosions near military bases, convoys destroyed, air defenses lighting up the night. This is a war of calculated, often unacknowledged strikes, with Syria as the front line for regional power struggles. The conflict intensified after the Syrian civil war began in 2011, creating a power vacuum that Iran quickly moved to fill. Israel views Iran's growing presence in Syria as a direct threat, prompting a campaign to prevent Iranian entrenchment on its border. Unlike traditional wars, this shadow war is fought in secrecy. Israel rarely claims responsibility, maintaining ambiguity to avoid escalation. The goal: degrade enemy capabilities without provoking all-out war. Decades of animosity and unresolved disputes, especially over the Golan Heights, fuel the tension. The Syrian civil war shattered a fragile truce, allowing Iran-backed groups to operate near Israel's frontier. Now Syria is a chessboard for a wider regional contest, with every move carefully calculated to avoid a larger conflagration. Israel's main objective is clear: stop Iran from building a military stronghold in Syria. Israeli airstrikes target weapons convoys, bases, and infrastructure linked to Iran and its proxy Hezbollah. Hundreds of strikes each year aim to disrupt weapons transfers and prevent advanced arms from reaching Lebanon. Recent operations have hit high-value Iranian targets, even in central Damascus, signaling Israel's willingness to escalate. The logic is preemption. It's safer to strike threats early than face a fully entrenched enemy on the border. Iran's goal is to open a new front against Israel from Syria, stretching Israeli defenses. Each Israeli strike is a calculated effort to maintain military advantage and prevent a future, deadlier conflict. The shadow war is a relentless contest to shape the balance of power before open war erupts. Syria's response to Israeli strikes is mostly limited to activating aging air defenses and issuing condemnations. Years of civil war have left the Syrian military too weak to challenge Israel's air superiority. Assad's regime relies on Iran and Russia for survival, but this support also makes Syria a target. Retaliation is often symbolic: occasional rocket or drone attacks by Iranian-backed militias, rarely causing real damage. Damascus can't expel its Iranian allies, nor can it protect them, leaving Syria caught in a bind. The regime's rhetoric frames Syria as a victim, but on the ground, Israel operates with near impunity. Syria remains a battleground for others' ambitions, unable to control its own fate. Russia's military presence in Syria complicates the shadow war. Moscow supports Assad and fields advanced air defenses, but avoids direct confrontation with Israel. A deconfliction mechanism lets Israel strike Iranian targets as long as Russian interests aren't threatened. Russia's priority is preserving its influence and bases, not Iran's anti-Israel agenda. The conflict's ripple effects stretch across the region. Smuggling routes run from Iran through Iraq and Syria to Hezbollah in Lebanon. The U.S. also has troops in eastern Syria, raising the risk of a wider clash if miscalculation occurs. The Golan Heights is a flashpoint, with Iran-backed militias launching occasional attacks and Israel responding forcefully. The border remains volatile, with every incident threatening to ignite a broader war. The shadow war's regional stakes keep the area on constant alert. Ordinary Syrians bear the brunt of this shadow war: civilian casualties, destroyed infrastructure, and constant fear. After years of civil war, the ongoing conflict makes recovery and normal life nearly impossible. Every Israeli strike risks escalation. A misstep could trigger a regional war involving Iran, Hezbollah, and beyond. Iran's recent direct attacks on Israel show how quickly the conflict can spiral. Israel and Iran remain locked in a cycle, neither willing to back down, both seeing Syria as vital to their security strategies. The Assad regime is too weak to end the fight, ensuring Syria remains a battleground. This shadow war, though often hidden from headlines, threatens the stability of the entire Middle East. The risk of a larger, catastrophic conflict grows with every strike in the skies over Syria.